What happens when two of Hollywood's most beloved stars get caught in a brutal, behind-the-scenes war over one TV show? One claimed betrayal, the other, a $30 million lawsuit. And at the center of it all, a young adult novel about a dying girl and the man who promised to love her forever. This is the untold story of Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni. And trust us, you've never seen this side of them before. Let's rewind to 2021. Blake Lively was riding high, iconic on the red carpet, married to Ryan Reynolds, and fresh off a string of career wins. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni was on his own spiritual rise, from Jane the Virgin heartthrob to director of tear-jerking hits like 5 Feet Apart. They were the dream team. In fact, in early 2021, it was announced that Lively would star in It Ends With Us, a Colleen Hoover adaptation that Baldoni was producing under his Wayfarer Studios banner. The internet exploded. Fans of the book and the actors rejoiced. TikTok went wild. But behind the scenes, that dream was already unraveling. Months passed. Filming was supposed to start. But Blake Lively suddenly went silent. No social media mentions. No press. And then, quietly, with no explanation, she was gone from the project. Replaced by another star, with barely a whisper from the production. Fans were confused. Rumors started flying. Was it creative differences? Scheduling conflicts? Something more serious? Turns out, it was much more serious. Fast forward to April 2024. Justin Baldoni and Wayfarer Studios file a stunning lawsuit in Los Angeles court. The defendant? Blake Lively. The allegation? That Blake Lively breached a signed agreement to star in It Ends With Us, an agreement reportedly worth $30 million. Wayfarer claims they built the entire film around her. Sets, schedules, crew, all tailored to Lively. And when she walked, the whole thing had to be rebuilt from the ground up, costing them millions. They're asking for damages. Big ones. But here's the twist. Lively's team has a very different story. Lively's representatives didn't stay quiet for long. They fired back, calling the lawsuit completely without merit. Their argument? That Lively never officially signed onto the final shooting script.
Unsellable. Blake refuses hush money. She goes scorched earth
when the
instead,
shifted
calling him
direction,
a wolf
she
in
had the
feminist
right to
clothing
walk.
in her press
No
statement.
foul,
Studios
no
freeze
breach.
upcoming
They
projects,
claim Baldoni's
insurers
team is
frantically
twisting
recalculate
facts to paint
premiums,
her as the
agents
villain.
scour
And
contracts
they've
for
hinted at filing
morality,
a countersuit
clauses.
for defamation.
Twitter becomes a bar
It's
brawl,
Hollywood
where
versus
Team
Hollywood.
Blake trends
Star
alongside
versus
Number
producer.
Justice for Justin,
And no one's
each side
backing
firing
down.
meme artillery
So,
at the other.
what really
Hollywood's
happened?
veteran publicists
Sources
inhale
close to the
sharply.
production
A
say the
single
script went
unforced
through
error
major
could define the
rewrites,
Now Me Too debates
moving away
next
from Lively's
chapter.
vision of the
But
character.
Baldoni isn't ducking.
Others say
He's
Lively
loading
ghosted the
something
team
heavier.
entirely,
January
leaving
16,
the production in
2025,
chaos.
Lower
Some
Manhattan.
even claim
Baldoni's
Colleen
response
Hoover
isn't a
herself
mere
wasn't thrilled
denial.
with the
It's a
changes.
financial
And
bunker
let's not
buster.
forget,
He sues
this is
Lively for
Hollywood,
defamation
where
and civil
contracts are
extortion,
complex,
slapping
egos
on
are
a $400
massive,
million
and one
price tag that
misunderstanding
screams
can turn
headline
into a
gold.
courtroom
And
war.
he doesn't.
The real
Stop
question
there.
isn't just
Ryan
who's
Reynolds'
right.
beloved Snark King and
It's,
Blake's
was
husband
this
lands
always
on the
destined
filing's
to blow up?
co-conspirator
As
list.
of now,
Baldoni
the case
alleges
is
a
ongoing.
3-node PR
Lively's
machine.
legal
Blake
team is
spills
prepping
claims.
for battle.
Reynolds amplifies
Baldoni's
with wry
camp is
tweets.
standing firm.
Publicist Leslie
And It
Sloan
Ends With
cedes
Us,
the story to
the
sympathy.
film finally wrapped with Blake out of the picture. What started as a dream collaboration turned into a full-on Hollywood meltdown. And fans, they left wondering, could this movie have been even better with Blake? Or was it doomed from the start? Who do you think is telling the truth? Was Blake Lively wrong to walk away? Or is Justin Baldoni just trying to save face with a lawsuit? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell for more jaw-dropping celebrity drama. Because in Hollywood, the real drama doesn't happen on screen. It happens off it. Okay, let's pause for a second and ask the big question on everyone's mind. Why would Blake Lively, Hollywood royalty, fashion icon, A-lister, agree to star in a film only to walk away right before the cameras rolled? Some fans believe it was never about the script, that Blake was misled from the beginning, that she signed on with one version of the story, and by the time production was ready, the entire creative direction had changed. One insider even claimed the rewrite turned Lily Bloom, the main character, from empowered survivor into something more fragile, more digestible, more Hollywood. And for Blake, who has daughters of her own, that was a deal breaker. But here's where things get messy. Other sources, anonymous, but reportedly close to the production, tell a different story entirely. They say Blake got cold feet. That she was nervous about how it ends with us tackled themes like domestic abuse, trauma, and toxic love. Because here's the truth. This isn't your average rom-com. It's raw. It's dark. It's uncomfortable. And in a post-#MeToo Hollywood, every role gets scrutinized under a microscope. Some claim Blake just didn't want the backlash. Was she protecting her brand? Or protecting her integrity? Or maybe, just maybe, she was never fully in from the start. And here's the plot twist no one saw coming. Explosion symbol, there are whispers. Yes, whispers. That Blake wasn't the first choice for the role, and she knew it. That another A-lister, possibly a certain Emmy-winning actress from a major HBO series, was in talks before Lively ever got the script. And when Blake found out she was second pick, some say that's when the relationship between her and Baldoni began to fray. Was this a casting switch-up or a silent power play? Let that sink in. Now here's where you come in, because this story is far from over, and honestly, we want to hear your take. Speech Balloon, was Blake right to walk away from a role that didn't align with her values? Speech Balloon, is Justin Baldoni pushing blame to save a flailing film? Speech Balloon, or is this just what happens when passion projects turn into courtroom chaos? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. And tell us this. If you had to recast Lily Bloom right now, who would you pick? Zendaya? Florence Pugh? Sydney Sweeney? Let's fantasy cast this mess in the comments section. White down pointing backhand index. Because if Hollywood's gonna implode, we might as well enjoy the show.